Hey, what is going on, guys? RvzStealth here, and in today's video, we are going to be breaking down Fizz in patch 6.12 and whether or not he is going to be a strong pick anymore. So Fizz is getting some pretty good nerfs this upcoming patch. If you guys have watched my top 5 videos for mid lane, whenever I have Fizz in there and I'm talking about him, I always say that they need to nerf his E in some way, shape, or form, and they're finally going ahead and doing it this patch. So they're nerfing his E to where the cooldown is now getting increased by 2 seconds at all ranks. Now this is really good because I'll show some gameplay here in the background, guys, of why I think this is a pretty big change and why I think this will affect Fizz quite a bit. But when you play Fizz, what you want to do is you want to go in with your ultimate. Obviously, use your ultimate first. You're going to Q, E in, and then after that, you're probably going to end up popping Zhonya's. And after your Zhonya's is done, pre-nerf Fizz, his E is going to be off cooldown, but after the nerf to his E, it's a 2-second longer cooldown now. So after your Zhonya's runs out, your E is not going to be off cooldown, most likely, unless you ult, you E, you auto attack them for a little while and then use Zhonya's, then yeah, okay. In that situation, it might be off cooldown, but I think that 2 seconds on his E is going to affect him quite a bit. That's like a few auto attacks from the enemy AD carry in a mid to late game team fight. That's another ability that the enemy can get off on you. So I think that next patch, Fizz's win rate is going to drop at least like 1 or 2%, and I think he's still going to be played quite a bit. I don't think this nerf is going to like make him a really crappy pick, but it's definitely going to affect him a little bit. He's also getting a pretty good nerf to his W. Now, I think this one is going to affect Bruiser top lane Fizz more than mid lane Fizz. So now when you level up Fizz is W and you put ranks in it, the percentage health damage is not as good as it was before. So rank 5 Fizz W now does 6% of the target's missing health, and before it did 8%. So I think that this is really going to affect the Bruiser top lane Fizz build, and I don't think we are going to be seeing as much of him this upcoming patch after these changes. So overall, guys, I think that top lane Fizz is going to be quite a bit weaker this patch, and I think not a lot of people are going to pick him after these nerfs to his W. Now, as for mid lane Fizz, I think that he's still going to be viable. People are still going to pick him, but he's not going to be top 5 quality anymore. A lot of people are saying he's like the strongest mid lane pick in 6.11, and for 6.12, I think he's going to fall a few ranks. I think his win rate is probably going to drop at least 1 or 2%. Right now, he's sitting at around a 52% win rate. I could see that going down to 50% or maybe even below 50% in this upcoming patch. Like I said before, a 2-second increase on any ability, and especially on Fizz's E, is actually really game-changing, especially in a late game team fight. That's 2 or 3 auto attacks from the enemy AD carry, maybe even more than that. So there's going to be a lot of situations where you're playing Fizz this upcoming patch to where if it was pre-nerf Fizz, your E probably would have been off cooldown and you probably would have lived in that situation. So be sure to let me know in the comment section below, guys, what you think of this change to Fizz. Do you think he's going to be a lot weaker this patch? Do you think he's still going to be a pretty strong pick? Because I could be completely wrong about my opinion on these changes, and he could still be like a really strong pick this next patch. So with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day, and I will see you in my next video.